Hi guys, welcome to my course Russian with Yulia. It's our first lesson, and if you start learning Russian, this course is for you. So today we'll learn how to say hello in Russian, how to say goodbye in Russian, how to say your name in Russian, and how to say how things are, how you're doing, well or not well, and also to ask another person this question. And today we're going to learn the whole Russian alphabet. And along with that, lots of delicious food in Russian. So stay with me and let's begin. So how would you say hello in Russian? Привет. Привет. If you speak to your friends, you can say привет. If you say to another person and you're in an official situation, you can say Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. So you speak politely to another person. If you address this person with you, so if you are on really familiar terms with this person, you can say Здравствуй. Здравствуй. Or just Привет. Привет. So of course, if it's the morning, for example, you can say Доброе утро. Доброе утро. I have the morning now. If it's the day, you can say Добрый день. Добрый день. If it's the evening, you say Добрый вечер. Добрый вечер. If it's the night, you say Доброй ночи. Или or Спокойной ночи. It's like have a quiet night. Спокойной ночи. So it's your turn now. It's the morning. It's the day. It's the evening. And it's the night. Good job. If you meet your friend, you say, and if you meet someone who is older maybe than you are, you would say, yeah, good job. Доброе утро. Good morning. Добрый день. Good afternoon. Добрый вечер. Good evening. Доброй ночи или спокойной ночи. Good night. If you meet your friend, you say Привет. If you meet a person who is older than you are, you say Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. Good job. So now you have met a person, you should ask him how he or she is doing. So let's ask it in Russian. Привет. Как дела? У меня все хорошо. А у вас? So you can say, if you're doing really well, you can say Отлично. It's like great. Отлично. If you're doing not great, but you're good, you can say Хорошо. Хорошо. If you're okay, you can say Нормально. Нормально. Или Ничего. Ничего. If you're not doing well, you can say Плохо. Плохо. Я думаю, у вас все хорошо. I hope you're doing well. Как у вас дела? Как у тебя дела? So why these two questions? What's the difference? There are two ways of addressing people in Russian, and you address a person politely, you say Как у вас дела? If you address a person casually, you say Как у тебя дела? So usually it's your friend. Как у тебя дела? Как у вас дела? У меня все хорошо. А у вас? So let's look at the expression how are you in Russian. Как дела? Как it's how. It's the interrogative pronoun how. There is no verb in Russian. So you have just noticed как дела. There is a verb missing. In English or some other Germanic languages, you do not omit the verb. But in Russian, you can omit the verb if it's in the present. Как дела? So now let's look at the table. Грамматика. Personal pronouns. Я, I, ты, you, он, he, она, she, оно, it, мы, we, вы, you, if you address a group of people, они, they. So these are the personal pronouns in Russian. Я, ты, он, она, оно, мы, вы, они. Good job. So let's go on. And how can you say goodbye in Russian? It's very simple. Пока. Пока. Maybe you would ask why I have written it like Poka and it's pronounced like Пока. Because all the Russian O's are pronounced like us if they are unstressed. Пока. You can also say it officially, до свидания. До свидания. Or до встречи. Till later. До встречи. До свидания. Пока. But I'm not saying goodbye yet. Как вас зовут? Как тебя зовут? Меня зовут Юлия. Как тебя зовут? And now let's give it a try. Меня зовут. So now we have learned several things already. We can say hello in Russian, we can say goodbye in Russian, we can say our name, we can ask a person how things are and answer this question. So it's the turn of the dialogue. Let's listen to the dialogue and then try and analyze it in a way. Okay, have fun. Диалог. Знакомство. Здравствуйте. Добрый день. Вы госпожа Цветкова? Да, это я. А вы господин Минин? Да. Меня зовут Олег Минин. Очень приятно. Мне тоже. Как дела? Отлично. А у вас? У меня тоже нормально. Спасибо. So in Russian there are two ways of addressing people. If it's a woman, госпожа, госпожа Цветкова. If it's a man, this is господин, господин Минин. If you want to thank somebody in Russian, you can just simply say спасибо. Спасибо. Good job. So let's look at the Russian alphabet, the Russian ABC. Just a few words about the Russian ABC. There are 33 letters in the Russian alphabet, and there are more consonants than vowels in the Russian alphabet. The writing system, the script goes back to the Cyrillic script. and the Cyrillic script, it's like a mixture of Glycolithic script. It's a very ancient script, and also a mixture of the Macedonian dialect and the Greek dialect. So do you remember the story about Kirill and Methodius coming to Russia to speak for Christianity, to turn Russians into Christians? So that's the way they needed the alphabet. And so that's how the Cyrillic alphabet came into being, actually. But let's look at the alphabet itself. The first letter is A. Arbuz. Arbuz. So if you see here, Z is devoiced at the end of the word. Arbuz, watermelon. B, banan, banana, banan. V, vermicelli, noodles, vermicelli. G, груша, pear. G, груша. D, дыня, melon, дыня. Е, еда, food, еда. Ё, ёж, ёж. Ж, жаркое, roast. З, зелень. Now comes the favorite Russian food, икра. The letter is I. Икра, caviar. I, йога, краткое И. К, картофель, potato. L, look, onion. M, масло, butter. N, напиток, drink. O, omelette. Maybe you're wondering why I have transcribed it as omelette. So you hear it as omelette, not omelette, although it's written like omelette. All the unstressed Russian O's are pronounced like R's, and all the unstressed Russian E's are pronounced like E's, but we'll look at it a little bit later. Omelette, omelette. P, pirog. And here you can also see that the voice G, 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 is devoiced at the end of the word. Pirog, a pie. R, R, ris. S, S, smetana, sour cream. T, T, tort, a cake. U, ucha. This is fish soup. F, frikadельки, meatballs. H, хлеб, bread. C, цыпленок. Ch, chai, tea. It's the favorite drink of Russians. But I think, you would think it's vodka, but it's not, yeah? It's tea still. Chai, sh, шашлыки, barbecue. She, it's a very tasty vegetable soup. Mehki znak. So this sign is called a soft sign, mehki znak. So if you want to make a consonant in Russian soft, you would put this sign at the end. Соль, salt. Твердый знак. So you do not pronounce твердый знак, hard sign, but it makes the consonant really hard. Объедки, leftovers. Объедки. Espresso. Yushka, mushroom soup. So my name in Russian also begins with U. Yeah, so you do not write a J or you do not write a Y, but you write this letter U. Yushka, Yulia. And the last letter is Ya, Яблоко, apple. There is a very funny story about this letter. That's about a guy who is teaching a little girl the Russian alphabet, and everything is perfect, and the girl is very smart and she learns all the letters. But when they come to this letter, Ya, the girl understands it as Ya, I, Ya. So there is also a personal pronoun, you know it already, yeah? Ya, I. And this guy is trying to teach this girl the letter Ya, and he keeps saying yeah, and of course she understands it differently, as if he wants to point at himself, yeah, and she's repeating ты, you, ты, and he fails to teach her this letter in the end. He is on the brink of going crazy, but he fails to teach her this letter. And it's a very funny story, and I advise you reading the story. If you keep on learning Russian, you will be able to read this story as well. So I think we have come to the end. Today we have learned lots of things. How to say hello in Russian, Привет, Добрый день. How to say goodbye in Russian, Пока, до свидания. How to ask somebody how things are, Как дела, and how to answer it, Хорошо, Хорошо. Нормально, Плохо. How to thank somebody, Спасибо, Спасибо. Of course, how to say your name and to ask somebody after his name. Как тебя зовут? Меня зовут Юлия. Then we have learned the whole Russian alphabet and the Cyrillic script, so you can learn it at home. Just below you'll find all the links to the exercises. I think you can try it yourself, and if you need help, just turn to me, write to me what you need and what you would like to hear in our next class. I'll be glad to hear your recommendations. So, and I'm saying goodbye, пока, до встречи, до свидания.